What's up, y'all? Just chilling outside. Big chilling. Nothing going on. Just the crickets at night, you know. They say they say the chirps of the crickets. No, never mind. That's the ones in the trees. My bad. They say the ones in the trees are can tell the temperature of the weather. Ooh, those are crickets. My bad. I'm talking about the when it's something with a C, cicadas or something like that. Um, no. Um, man, what are those? Man, what are those called? The ones in the trees that make noise. It's like crickets, but it's different. It's the time of season. It's in the summer. Man, it feels good. It feels, this is the first time it's ever felt this good outside. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take advantage. And and then and then man, I'm at work all the time, and I never just get to chill outside. Get to enjoy the outdoors. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Like honestly, I do walk home, but I've been doing that because it's just been feeling so good outside, and I don't ever get outside. I can't take the Uber and everything like that. But then again, it's to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy myself, enjoy the good weather, man. Because I work like I think 40 hours in a 4-day period. That's just 4 days. So you need some time to get your mind off of stuff. Not think about life. Just chill, just relax, just enjoy, the vibes from the outside. You know what I'm saying? I do think about a lot. I overthink a lot. I overthink too much. So much that it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, and I take walks. I take mental health walks. I feel like I need to do that for like my own self peace. Excuse me. You know, you're stuck in one spot the whole day. And you're oh, not the police, not the police. Anyway, yeah, I just be enjoying life. Life comes with problems and everything like that. Everybody's got them. Everybody's got problems. I'm not the only one. Um, so I guess one of my things to do is just walk home, give myself some time to, you know, understand that there's more out here. Understand that this is what I'm working for. What my goals individually are for myself. You know, time for me to reflect. So it's like a reflection time. You know, some days are hard, some days are easy, some days are the best, some days are worse. You know, um, I think I got to a point to where I was beating myself up. Because I was going through it. Everybody needs that. That's why I made that video yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, man, I was walking home and I had the conversation with these two guys as I'm walking outside the store. I just got me something to drink. Well, before that, well, after that, I'm sorry. I had a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with these two outside, and they was talking about their relationships, how they got done wrong by a female. One's been with one for 5 years, one's still married with his, and he just chills at the store until, and well, sometimes he kick it at the store. You know what I'm saying? I've only seen that do that one time, but then at the same time, I'm not there. Period. Every time. You know what I'm saying? Um, Man, we was just talking about life and the, the situations that women put us through. You know what I'm saying? And one was with his woman for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And he was still stuck, man. He what, it's been like 2 years, and dude still ain't over her. I was just wondering there. Didn't do them wrong. They did. Hey. Oh, both of them? Oh, damn. Well, I need to rewatch that video. I need to rewatch that video. But I mean, I knew a little bit from what the other guy was telling me. The one in the driver's seat, and the one behind me. It was a conversation leading up to the video, you know, that we needed to have that conversation on videos. That's what I was trying to get to. But some people just can't really talk to you on camera. You know what I'm saying? Um, some people just don't want to open up about the conversation that we were just having. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to keep it solid with themselves. Don't want to tell everybody their business and everything like that. And that's perfectly fine. One of them causes separation, causes one on mind without the wife knowing. Well, see, um, you need to really watch both men deeply because of their actions. Well, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to watch it for sure. I haven't even watched it fully through myself. Like I said, it was the conversation leading up to that video on what we were gonna discuss and talk about and everything like that. Um, but yeah, but like I said, that's the reason why I have them walks home. You know, Man, maybe I'll just start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just two random guys that I met, and we just made a video. You know what I'm saying? And boom. You know what I'm saying? Like they were really really cool people. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And they were hurt because you know of what I guess their actions have done. But like I said, I gotta rewatch that video and see what's up. Um, but yeah. But like I said, I take them walks home to clear my mind, and man, I'm at a little kiosk for so long. You can only stay at one spot for so long, and you gotta walk around. You gotta do something. You gotta work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work your mind out. You gotta know that there's other things going on. You gotta give yourself mental health breaks. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep staying in one spot and thinking about this certain thing that hurts you over and over and over again. That's what I was doing to myself. I was just thinking about stuff that hurt me, I'm still going through it at work, and I'm still making this money at work, and as I'm working, I'm still putting myself through it, and that's why I just decided, you know what, I'm not gonna put myself through this no more. I'm gonna see what else is out here by just walking around. You know what I'm saying? Taking a walk, vibing. You know what I'm saying? I started doing that actually when you know, I'll take the dog for walks. That's probably what I'll do when I do again. You know what I'm saying? Because and the dude that was married but not was separated. Said he was playing another girl's lifestyle without his wife finding out. Damn. He did too good. I mean, of course you're going to, especially when you do something like that. You know, of course and especially if you know, if you regret it, you know, um, I mean, you're gonna regret it if you, especially if you do something like that, and then it's not only the person that you need, but it's your wife. You know, excuse me, that you're doing this to. Um, I mean, of course you can't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta face your responsibilities. You know, you gotta do what you can as a man, and everything else like that. You know, to provide for yours and everything. But one was saying that he worked like 3 jobs. You know, and he got on 2K and everything. He got on the game so much that when he didn't make time for his work, when he made time for his woman. I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, maybe it did sound like I was, but not all women are like that. If so, you know, then I'm so well. There's some that are. Not everyone is like that. Not all women are like that. And I'm not saying that to say I didn't make that video to say to put women down in a derogatory way. I didn't mean to make it like that. I'm just saying the pain and issues that we were going through. You know what I'm saying? These guys wanted to make a video explaining on the specific things on what we go through as men. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you know, hiding behind a tree and crying behind a tree and just hiding everything for you. I'm only human. We're only human at the end of the day. That's basically what that video was about. You know, that's what it was supposed to be about. Now it kind of took a turn in a different direction as I thought it would play out, but you know, it's out there. You know, so I apologize if I made it seem like every woman was a cheater. Um, that wasn't the way it was supposed to come out. I apologize for saying it like that. Um, but yeah, like I said, other going back to to uh, what I was saying. I just took a mental health walk. I mean, men, mental health is a real thing. You know, and before that video had happened, you know, and I think the married dude was saying something. You know, I forgot. I mean, yesterday was a big ass blur for me. You know, to be honest with you, and I woke up regretting it. You know, um, Yeah. But at the same time, that, like I said, that's why I take those walks, to clear my own head and everything else like that. I don't mean to get off subject or anything, but that's the reason I do it, just to clear my own mind to enjoy myself and enjoy my own time, to enjoy my own company. You know what I'm saying? And then again, I just take the Uber sometimes too, because it's not every time that you're gonna want to walk home. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I do every now and then. I don't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just I guess now I've been doing it because it feels good outside. You know. Um. But yeah. I guess I'm just really thinking about, now that I'm outside off of work, I got time to myself. You know, I'm thinking about it a lot. And when, you know, I'm 33, what's next for me? What's the next step? Everybody says you have to have a plan. Man, coming out of high school, I should have had a plan. I ain't have one. I still don't. You know, I'm planning my life as it goes. But you shouldn't do that. But some of us have delays. Um, some of us just go through things too. But I'm not saying that life should slow you down. You shouldn't slow yourself down. You gotta motivate yourself every day to show up for yourself. You know. You gotta show up for yourself every day, even when you don't want to. Even when you're really finna lose it, you're finna go off the edge. You still gotta show up. You know, nobody said this life would be easy. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I was. And that's another thing I gotta rethink too. That's a reality check for me. That's something I gotta deal with myself. That's a problem that I'm having. You can't rely on something. I'm that's what brings me to this point right here. Is that what's next for me? I can't just because I'm in a spot to where I can be financially well, that I can't just do that to myself. I can't just beat myself up. You know, can't just rely on something. Got to make bigger and better changes. I guess at one time, at one point, I didn't accept myself. You know, when you don't accept yourself, you kind of just kind of turn to other things and kind of do other stuff. You know, and that's. I don't need to go to a meeting. I don't need to to go to any program or anything like that in order to realize that, in order to notice that. You know what I'm saying? I just need this right here, and my audience. That I got a problem, and that's a situation that I got to fix individually. You know, simple as that. See.